got a beast right here.
This week, it's a World of Saltwater Fishing classic flashback episode on night fishing for monster Cubera snapper off Key Largo in the Florida Keys.
Oh, I got him. He's still here.
Live lobsters for bait, heavy stand-up tackle, and intense fish fights. It's all coming right up.
That's a real one, George.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing, celebrating 21 years of fishing television excellence. Big fish don't stand a chance.
I'm a native South Floridian, and growing up fishing in the Miami area, there was one tradition that would always start to materialize around that full moon in July and peak around the August full moon. And that's nighttime fishing for Cubera snapper off wrecks and assorted debris fields in the northern Key Largo, Florida Keys region.
I mean, it's something it's had a following for a lot of years. I'm not sure if it's just the massive size of them that's the attraction.
And I got back to the Cubera snapper fishing about 3 years ago with Captain Kevin Jeffries. We had gone out and had an incredible night catching big Cubera snapper off Key Largo. So Kevin and I always stayed in touch, and I said, you know what we need to do? Let's get back on this Cubera snapper deal and go out and have a great time with it. We could not have picked a better weather window. The seas were absolutely flat. No late afternoon August thunderstorms. They were just far away from that area. Just absolutely picture perfect tourism style weather. Here we go. We were all set. We had live lobsters for bait, the heavy tackle, and an added twist to this particular Cubera snapper trip was that we were going to be aboard my brand new Mark 6. The new Mark 6, it's a Mako 334 center console. It's the Sportfish edition, powered by triple 350 horsepower Mercury Verado outboards. And this would prove to be the very first fishing trip. The boat is running like a champ. And I just had the excitement. I was probably overwhelming with excitement. And I know Kevin was excited too because we had the weather and the bite was pretty decent leading up to it, and hopefully we would get another good evening of activity out there. Once we started to slow, I looked at the Simrad, and sure enough, here comes part of the wreck. We shut down to see what kind of drift we had, the direction of the drift, and
The bulk of the time we're going to have a little north current there, so we'll probably set up on the south side of it and just let the boat do a quick drift, just to try and get an idea what our drift is going to look like.
On my map, we had pretty much the main part of the wreck, as well as 6 or 7 other pieces of assorted debris that these fish would hold around. The key thing, obviously, is watching your sonar for the wrecks and the fish. You tell me when you're gaining.
He's not happy.
We actually had a couple of bites there before dark. They're pretty close to the wreck, and that's pretty common with fishing them. If the current gets really strong or really light, they seem to hunker down to that wreck a little more.
Come on. I got a beast right here.
But nonetheless, it's nice to get those bites before dark. It doesn't always happen, but we had a couple of bites.
How you doing, Kevin? I was trying to stay down there to get a double up, but I'm gonna come up now and give you a hand.
Lost him.
He's off? Oh.
And the second one was a big fish, and I put as much heat on him as I could. I had the rod bent over, and as well, I don't think he got in the wreck. I just had so much heat on him, we finally pulled the hooks on him. I had the drag on max, and I was thumbing the spool trying to stop him because I knew it was either stop him or pop him, and in this case, we popped him.
Never got his head turned, really.
George Poveromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly being brought to you by Penn. Let the battle begin. Mako. You'll find them where the fish are. Bass Pro Shops and Cabela's. Your adventure starts here. Mercury Marine. Go boldly. We'll be right back.
I'm slugging it out with a Cubera snapper that's trying desperately to break me off in a northern Key Largo, Florida Keys wreck. I'm fishing with Kevin Jeffries and using live lobsters for bait.
Long way down for that sinker, huh?
Yeah, it's another 100 feet to go, George. That's it. Made him mad. Figured out he was hooked,
I
George.
know. I'm thinking. This type of fishing isn't for the faint of heart. The goal is stop the Cubera snapper and get it coming your way, or be stopped.
Here's a sinker.
I got color. That's him. It took a little while. They're quite a ways down there, but up popped a, a real nice fish, a little above average fish for the spot, a little over 40 pounder.
Monster from the deep.
Coming out.
Woo! That son of a gun.
That's a real one, George.
You telling me it's a real one? Come on. Oh.
Hang on,
And
look at this.
the first fish on the new Mark
Get out of the
6
way.
turned out to be a 41-pound Cubera snapper. And that was quite fitting for the trip and quite fitting for the boat. And I was certainly happy because now our luck was changing.
Oh my God, look at it. I worked too hard for that. This is not, as you know, this is an intense, all-out flat. It's like probably a boxing match. You got one round. You got everything you've got out. It's not like you pace yourself and all that. And check those freaking dog teeth on these things.
Yeah, look at the teeth on that guy.
Look at that. And it's just a couple more shakes, this would have been loose, Unreal, Kevin. Woo! I hope you get the next one.
That's a monster, George.
And you sit
Thanks
there.
for bailing us out. We lost a couple there. It was nice to get one in the boat.
It's just the mentality behind it. You're knowing you got structure nearby, hoping you find a way from it. You hook, and yet you got to give it everything you got to keep it at any structure. And as it's starting to get midway up, and you're turning it, coming your way, you get a little relieved. But then again, you don't realize how far 200 feet is. I'm looking for that sinker, so I'm ready for this thing to end.
For someone looking in from the outside who's not familiar with this type of fishing, a lot of them probably go, "What? You're gonna take a perfectly good lobster and put it down for bait?" And a lot of them are just like, stop. I'll just keep the bait. I don't, let's not waste those. Really, I guess in theory, if you looked at it like this, trade a pound or a pound and a half lobster for a 20 to 70 pound snapper, it seems like a good trade, pound for pound.
You down there, Kevin?
Yeah, I think we might be together.
Or near a wreck?
No, I don't think so. I think you're good.
Fighting a Cubera snapper, if you've not done this, it's hard to put in perspective.
Yeah.
It's maybe you take a heavy outfit, 100-pound test braid, a stand-up style outfit, hook it up to the back of a pickup truck, and have your buddy in that pickup truck just step on that gas and drive it for about 50, 60 feet and just see if you can hang on or what's going to happen. That's pretty much what the initial strike of a Cubera snapper feels like.
Man, he's smoking hard. Oh man, I gotta get him up. I had him coming for a good bit there.
I made that one run.
Yeah.
Got over there.
And initially, I didn't think it was a big fish. And I'm pumping and I'm unwinding and I'm gaining. And I said, it's heavy, but it's coming rather easily.
He's a ways down there yet.
And I could tell this was a little bigger fish. I was a little concerned watching George. I was like, oh, is he going to get him stopped? And fortunately, George got him stopped and started gaining. It was pretty heated at the start of that battle to see who was going to win that one. These guys just got one.
Did they?
Yeah, hooting and hollering. Hey guys, act like you caught one before.
Here it come, buddy.
You're looking down there, here comes color, and you see a lot of pink coming up. It was a brute of a fish that we boated. It ended up weighing in at 54 pounds.
He's coming all on his own. Oh, that's a good one, George. It's not exactly where I want to have him gaffed.
I'm backing off of the sinker.
All right.
Let's lay that down.
Come around, I got
Coming
him.
back here with the
He's
rod.
coming in the boat.
Hang
We
on,
took
over here, I'm on the inside.
our legal 2 fish per boat, and just enough that we had a lot of fresh fish for the production team. And so now, from that point on, the rest of the trip, it was catch and release mode.
That was 40 for sure, 40
Oh
plus.
my God, check this thing. Look at, and you're a big man too. Let me get here. Oh, you got him, be careful.
We just officially hit our limit, George.
That's good.
That's our limit right there. 2 over 30 inches. We're allowed 20 of them.
20
only
of 'em.
only 2 over 30 inches.
That's
Well,
all you need.
they're all over 30 inches.
That's all you need. Well, plenty of Cuberas for the whole crew and everything. That's, wow, Kevin.
Nice work, George. That was unbelievable, man.
George's Tackle Locker brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
Engel's high-performance cooler technology carries over into full line of products. In addition to their boat coolers, which retain cold and ice for up to 10 days, I'm a big fan of their 22-ounce stainless steel vacuum-insulated tumblers. These keep my coffee hot throughout the morning and beverages cold throughout the day and evening. A liquid tight seal catch-it style lip prevents accidental spills, and an ultra grip bottom make it right at home aboard the Mark VI. Lunches for those aboard my boat and our production team are conveniently kept in Engel's heavy-duty soft-sided coolers. Features include closed-cell foam insulation, urethane laminated front and back sides, tear-resistant denier fiber-based outer shell with welded seams opposed to stitching, and vacuum valve technology which enables the purging of any warm air. By simply adding an Engel freezer pack or two, cold can be maintained for a few days. Engel's latest entry is a line of dry box coolers and lunch boxes available in 7.5 to 30 quart sizes and 8 colors. These are especially ideal for kayaks and small boats as well as shore-based fishing. Polystyrene foam insulation, airtight gasket, stainless steel screws in all fittings, and a 5-year warranty round up their features.
George Spokerolla's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly being brought to you by Simrad, the new Simrad NSS Evo 3S chart plotter. The best just got better. Rapala Coastal, another great day. Suffolk's, always use the best line. Starbright Boat Care Products, blending technology and performance since 1973. We'll be right back.
How you doing there? Come on, Kevin. This is your specialty. Get my gloves on and assist you here, because I have all the confidence in the world.
Finally, I got a chance, and George said I could catch one, so I got fortunate, got hooked up, and again I knew as soon as the fish hooked up, it was another big fish.
Yeah, you do a lot of things out here, but this is one of your specialties, which you're known for in guiding.
Yeah, not for the faint of heart.
No. So I save your big words for later.
As Kevin had the hot hand early on,
Come on, pump
and
on.
then I got the hot hand, I'm happy. But I was hoping that Kevin would get in on the action so I could sit and watch him, because these Cubera snapper are hard work. Somehow my wish came true. I looked over, Kevin's rumbling up there, rod's bent, and he's doing everything he can do to stop his Cubera.
You're a big hockey guy. So how you stay in shape, huh?
Yeah, try. Not feeling it right now.
Yeah. And I'll tell you what Cuberas is, I don't know what's more fun, watching somebody fight them or actually fighting them, huh?
I was pinned to the gunnel. He had me pinned down. I was thumbing the drag a little, trying to slow him down as well. Got him stopped, gained a little bit.
188 feet of water. It's not like we're 1,400 and you're getting a sword up the bottom here. Although it feels like it, doesn't it?
It does feel like it.
Gotta be seeing that sinker soon there. I think I could have got a glimpse of the sinker way down under those shadowcaster lights.
Let's hope.
I think it is too. You all right?
Yeah. I'm out of gas, so.
All right, well, come on, you could run on fumes. You're that close, you could run on fumes. Put it in neutral and let it coast.
Yeah.
And I just hear him huffing and puffing over there. And Kevin's a big guy. He plays hockey. He's fit. And to see him coming to the end stages, getting ready to run out of gas, that sort of gives you an idea how these Cubera snapper fight.
Yeah, got sinker up,
Color
sinker
now.
up. Give me a sinker, give me a sinker. All right, put a sinker in a holder. Yep. Oh my God, look at the size of this guy. All right, we're gonna release
that's a
this
real
one
one.
here. This is a moose.
That is a real
and a
one.
half.
You know, the stars aligned. I hate to say it like that, but that's kind of how it works with that kind of fishing in that structure. And that was again another well above average fish for the spot.
All right, here's one hook out.
They keep getting bigger, guys.
I'm telling you, this is crazy.
Another had to be 55, 60 pound fish. I handline this fish in, and I'm just in awe of the size of this thing alongside the Mark VI.
Put that lead hook right there.
We got a nice clean release on him. He was able to get returned to that breeding stock and hopefully keep this fishery around and alive for the next 20 or 30 years.
You had me worried. You're sitting there
I was
running out
worried.
of gas.
I was running out of gas, George. That one got me. That was another good fish.
Good one on that one. Send them back down and
Yeah, nice
you know.
to release them back into the breeding stock.
Absolutely.
Yep.
So, all right. Well, I'm telling you, they were chewing. So
Yeah,
we'll
the
get
bite
back
is on.
and go torture ourselves some more.
Yeah, see if you can wind one more up, George. I think I'm good.
May, I think you need a little more tune-up going here. I think, you know.
George's Tackle Locker. Brought to you by King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
We travel a lot, whether it's for a television series or simply heading out with friends for some fun fishing. Both my boat and tow vehicle rake up a bunch of miles. We often find ourselves in some rather remote places where quality fuel might be suspect, be it for my boat, in which I run ethanol-free blends exclusively, or my diesel-powered truck. To counter any poor quality fuel we may accidentally acquire, I'll add Startron during a fill-up. Startron enzyme fuel treatment is a fuel additive which uses enzyme technology to improve the combustibility of all fuel, including ethanol blends and diesel. In short, Startron rejuvenates old fuel, eliminates and prevents ethanol fuel problems, removes carbon buildup, keeps your fuel delivery systems clean, and improves overall performance and fuel economy. To keep your boat and vehicle performing up to your standards, add some Startron. This is especially true if you're not familiar with the marina or service station you happen to be taking on fuel at.
Mercury Performance Stats, Key Largo, Florida Keys, Cubera Snapper. Power, triple Mercury Verado 350 horsepower outboards. Total miles traveled, 40. Consistent cruise, 4,500 RPM. Speed, 47 miles per hour. Total fuel burned, 36 gallons. George Bogromo's World of Saltwater Fishing is proudly being brought to you by the Florida Keys and Key West. Visit flakeys.com. ACR, the leader in marine safety electronics. Papa's Pilar Artesian Crafted Rum. Order yours today at papaspilar.com. Float On, the original aluminum immersible boat trailer. King Sailfish, the pioneer of catch and release mounts. Visit kingsailfish.com.
So the closing fish was sort of bizarre. Here we go. I got slammed, typical Cubera snapper, running offline, got a turn, took off again, and just started smoking. And the longer that run goes, probably gets you in a wreck.
I'm in the bottom. He got me here.
Kevin is in the bow of the boat, and he hooks up. We got a double header going on right now.
Come on, it's up to you, Kevin. This guy had me, and I couldn't slow him down. He got me in the bottom. Come on.
So it doesn't happen very often, but that's what I start to think about when you get to the point where you're thinking, okay, we're gonna get this fish. I start to think about, man, I'm out of gas. My arms are like jello. I'm panting. How can we lose this fish? Let's hope that doesn't happen. Just pulling that lobster and that lead and then that fish through that current and through that water, even if he's not fighting, it's a heavy lift.
Oh.
Kevin pulls the hooks on his fish.
We had plenty of bites right on that wreck or right beside that wreck, and just no chance. You can't stop those fish. They're too strong. Man, I got them stopped a couple of times, started gaining on them.
You know, that's the problem when you get them near the wrecks. When they're there, it's tough. And I just kept pressure on and kept at it, and I felt something move.
Oh, I got him. He's still here. He came out.
The fish somehow wasn't in there well, and it had come out to try to make another run. And as soon as I felt that, I said, we came free. You know, we've got this one. And you're in the mindset right now of just trying to stay tight to keep the hook from dropping.
Here comes the sinker. I got the sinker for you. You got him?
Yep.
Whew.
Good one.
It is.
The final closing fish of our trip. Got it up through the water column. We had about, I don't know, maybe a 20-pound class Cubera snapper, and there it was. We took the sequelizer, hitched it up, unhooked the fish, sent it all the way down, sequelizer released, let that fish go at about 100 feet beneath the boat.
That's enough.
It goes early.
Yeah, that's working.
Equalize it down. Pay it out. Look at him swimming down there.
Obviously we've had this plan for a while, and I knew George was coming down. It's I've been on the show a few times, and we've had unbelievable luck. Wow, it worked again. We got, I hate to say lucky, but at the end of the day, I think if you fish, you can use that word. We were very fortunate, and the stars aligned early in the trip and took the pressure off, and that makes the entire trip a lot easier.
Kevin Jeffries has been at the guiding business a fair amount of time. I think he's been fishing the Key Largo area for around 20 years, but yet I call him one of the new generation guides. We had a lot of good times together and had a lot of good shows, and when it comes to Cubera snapper fishing, he's one of the masters that could put you on the fish in the upper Key Largo area.
If you'd like to keep up with our fishing adventures, please follow me on Instagram. I'm at George Poveromo. On Facebook, I'm at facebook.com/George.Poveromo. And you can view our episodes at any time on our YouTube channel, George Poveromo TV. We'll see you out on the water.